today I'm here with my friend Sandi Kent of Ameris Bank, and we are in the third part of our buyer series. So today we're talking investment loan.
Yes.
And maybe some other stuff that you want to talk about.
Sure.
So thank you for letting us come.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
I
was really looking forward to it.
I know that you do some really great investment loans. I've heard lots of good things about you. But why don't you start with telling us how long you've been here,
Okay.
how long you've been with Ameris Bank, and what's your favorite fun thing to do?
I've been in the mortgage business for 26 years. I started with Ameris. I closed down my own company, A&A Mortgage, and started with Ameris 8 years ago. My favorite fun thing to do as a hobby?
Yes.
We love to boat. We live at the coast. And I love my yoga. So that's my two favorite things to do.
I love yoga too.
Yeah.
Do you do hot yoga?
I have not done hot yoga. Arlene Petrandis teaches yoga at the coast, and so that's where I go. So
how fun! I'm gonna have to come do it with you.
It's fun. It's fun.
I bet. Okay, so today we want to talk about investment property.
Okay.
So if I want to buy my first investment property, what kind of things would I need to start getting ready for you to pre-qualify me for an investment loan? Because is the pre-qualification process different than if I'm buying my own house?
No, not really.
Not with credit score or documents or anything like that?
No, you just have to have 6 months reserves for any investment property that you're going to purchase.
Okay.
You have to put a minimum of 20% down.
Okay.
You get a better rate if you put 25% down. So if you can put a little bit more down, it does help the rate.
What is a rate for an investment property?
I'm closing 2 tomorrow, and the rate, it was a smaller loan, which most times investment properties are, and it was right at 5% on an investment on a 30-year fixed. Yeah.
Okay, so you would need my tax returns?
Yes. Well, yes, we definitely would probably, if you're a self-employed person, we always need your tax returns.
Okay.
If you're a W-2 person, then we can most times on a conventional loan, just use your W-2s. We don't always need your tax returns. If you have other investment properties, then we have to wash out the payment.
Okay.
Then we would need the tax returns to show what they're claiming on that investment property.
So how many investment properties can I have with loans on them?
You don't count your primary.
Okay.
Because that's not necessarily included. So if you're doing an investment property, I can go up to 10 investment properties per person. So a lot of times, if it's a husband and wife, I'll split them up.
Nice.
So they can buy more properties. Yes. So that makes it nice, and I'm doing that with a client right now. So we're splitting it up. We're putting the wife on some and the husband on some. So it just gives them more buying power.
That's great. What is a good place to purchase investments? A good pace. I'm sorry, my question is pace. What's a good pace? Like 1 a year, 2 a year?
I've got a person right now that's purchasing their first 2, and they're doing them, we're closing them both in one day. So it kind of, whatever you're comfortable with. Sometimes I'll tell my investors, buy one, see how it goes, see how you really like being a landlord, and then go from there. Because sometimes people aren't made to be an investor. So it just kind of depends on whether you're going to have a management company, whether you're going to manage it yourself.
That is a great piece of advice. That's a great piece of advice.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's better to have someone that manages it for you, even though it may cost you 10%. But then you don't have to worry about all the headaches and the phone calls and so.
Well, that's true. And the repairs.
And the repairs.
And the collecting the rent.
Yes.
Okay, so what is your favorite type of loan to do? If it's not necessarily an investment loan, but what's like the best thing out there right now that you like to do that you would like to
I've been doing it for a long time, and I just love to deal with, really, I mainly deal with clients that have owned a home before, that are purchasing their next house, or I've been doing it a while, that sometimes I've done the parents, now I'm doing the children's loans, so it's kind of fun to be able to see how that has kind of come together over all the years, because most of my business is all referrals.
And like mine is now too.
Exactly.
And it's fun to be in the family.
It is.
So when you have done the parents years ago, and then the kids, and then the kids' friends.
No,
and
it's
like,
fun.
I remember you when you were little.
Exactly. So that makes it fun.
How are are beach properties going right now? I know that you
Oh,
live on the coast.
Crazy.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's hardly anything available. I know
Right.
Alligator Point, everything that's for sale is just pretty much gone. I live in a little community in Onaplatney Bay, and we're getting a lot of new construction and a lot of
Good.
new activity. So we're real excited.
That's good to hear that new construction's happening again. So are people buying those for their home, or are they buying them as
Both.
investment property?
Both.
Like second homes,
I'm
vacation homes?
doing one right now that is actually a second home. And then I just closed a couple of lots where they're going to build them as their primary retirement homes. So it's a little bit of both.
That's great. Is there anything quirky with investment loans that we need to know, especially if it's somebody who has not ever done an investment loan before?
Honestly, I think just talk to a professional that knows how the ins and outs of an investment loan. As far as anything quirky, not really. I mean, it's just make sure that that's really what you want to do. Because I've had some people that have really gotten into being an investor and not really enjoyed it so much.
Didn't love it.
Sometimes I like what people do is they take their first home, their primary residence, they use that as an investment as they go to purchase another home. And then they can kind of see if they like to do that or not, or if they don't, they can always sell it.
Right, and then it's still an investment because
Exactly.
hopefully they're making money on it. So if you're interested in doing an investment loan, or really any type of loan, if you're out there buying a house and you're looking to move up, Sandi is your girl. Make sure she'll take great care of you, and we'll make sure that all of her contact information is in our link there, so that you can ask any questions or contact Sandi if you need to. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate
I
it.
enjoyed it.
That was fun.
Thanks.
All right, we'll see you soon.
All right, bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.